ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करल्लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। कठोपनिषद अध्याय 2 वल्ली 3 मंत्र 1। ऊर्ध्वमूलो वाक्शाखः एषोऽश्वत्थः सनातनः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म तदेवामृतमुच्यते। तस्मिन् लोकाश्रिताः सर्वे तदुनात्येति कश्चन। एतद्वै तत्। We have seen the Moola. Now let's look into the Bhashya. First there is a Sambandha. Toolavadharanena eva Moolavadharanam Vrikshasya kriyate loke Yatha evam Samsarakarya वृक्षावधारणेन तन्मूलस्य ब्रह्मणः स्वरूपावधिधारयिषया स्वरूप अवधिधारयिषया इयं षष्ठी वल्ली आरभ्यते। षष्ठी वल्ली, the sixth valli, is being started. What is the purpose of starting the Shashti valli? The Shashti valli predominantly deals with the astitva of Brahman. Brahma asti. This idea is highlighted in Shashti valli. How do you know Brahma asti? We can give various indications. In fact, a few indications are given in this valli. Later on also it will come. So now one indication is the presence of the samsara. Samsara is a karya, an effect. If there is an effect, definitely there should be a cause or a substratum. Why I said substratum? When you just say cause, the cause can transform itself into the effect fully. Then there is no cause in its own nature. Therefore, a better way of looking at it is substratum. It remains as it is. In the meantime, it supports the effect. Without undergoing any change in itself. Just like the movie is a continuous change, a continuum of changes, changing pictures, changing images. It is a movie. But the movie should have a substratum which is free from all changes. Non-changing substratum of the changing images. It is the screen. Similarly, this samsara is a series of constant changes. Ever changing. The changing samsara should have a changeless substratum. We see the changing samsara. It is an indication of a changeless substratum which holds, which supports the samsara. Just like the root of a tree holds the tree intact. Bhashyakara as well as the Shruti take the example of a tree and its root. When we see a big tree, we can make an assumption that there is a big root also. Huge root below the tree. Because otherwise, the tree cannot stand erect in its place. Similarly, we see the samsara. The samsara cannot stand, cannot exist without a substratum, without a support. Thus, samsara that we experience is an indication of the presence of Paramatma as its a karana. as its substratum. Yatha, just as loke, in the world, तूलावधारणेन एव वृक्षस्य मूलावधारणं क्रियते. वृक्षस्य तूलावधारणेन. Tula means the effect. Effect is the tree itself. By seeing the effect, which is the tree, we can ascertain the presence of the tula, the moola, the root of the tree. If there is a big tree, it means there is a huge root beneath. The root is not visible, but seeing the tree, we can infer the presence of the root. Similarly, seeing the samsara, we can infer the presence of Brahman. Moolavadharanam, ascertainment of the root. Avadharanam means nishchayaha. Kriyate, it is done in the world. Tatha, evam, in the same manner. Samsara karya vrikshavadharanena, by ascertaining samsara vriksha. The samsara is compared to a tree. Generally, in Vedanta Shastra, the samsara is our problem. The universe is not called samsara. Universe is called Jagat. Universe in its own nature, objectively, it is called Jagat. But when we associate subjectivity, the universe itself becomes samsara. It becomes our problem. That is why we say this is samsara. When it creates problem, it becomes samsara. Otherwise, it is just jagat or prapancha. Therefore, in this mantra, while explaining this mantra, Bhashyakara calls the Jagat itself as samsara. From an individual's perspective, an ajnani's perspective, it is a problem. Therefore, it is called samsara. Samsara karya. Samsara is karya, effect. And it is like vriksha, like a tree. And Bhashyakara will elaborate on the tree, comparing various parts of the tree to various aspects of samsara. It is going to be a huge description. And while describing the tree of samsara, Bhashyakara exhibits his poetic skill. Samsara karya vrikshavadharanena, by ascertaining the vriksha, which is nothing but a samsara, which is a karya. Tanmulasya brahmanaha swarupavadidharayishaya. Tanmulasya brahmanaha, samsara mulasya brahmanaha, the root of samsara, which is Brahman. Swarupavadidharayishaya, with the desire to ascertain the nature of Brahman. Avadidharayisha. Avadharayitum ichcha avadidharayisha. Sun. Sannanta plus there is an pratyaya, and then top. Then it becomes avadidharayisha. Avadidharayishaya iyam shashti valli arabhyate. This shashti valli, sixth valli, is being started. Urdhvamulaha, urdhvam moolam yat tadvishnoh paramam padam asya iti soyam avyktadisthavarantah samsara vrkshaha urdhvamulaha vrkshascha vrashchanat urdhvamulaha. Urdhvam moolam yasya saha urdhvamulaha. Urdhvam moolam asya iti soyam urdhvamulaha. Urdhvam moolam asya. There is asya later. Padam asya. Urdhvam moolam asya iti urdhvamulaha. And what is the urdhvam? What is the above one? The one that is above. Yat tad Vishnoh paramam padam. The urdhva is described. It is paramam padam, the ultimate abode of Vishnu. And abode means nature. Padam means swarupam. The ultimate swarupa, the transcendent swarupa of Vishnu, Brahman, means Paramatma Swarupa. It is the moolam. It is the root. Soyam avyaktadisthavarantah samsara vrikshaha. This samsara vriksha, the samsara tree, which is avyaktadisthavarantah, which starts from avyakta, unmanifest. Even avyakta is included in samsara, because samsara begins with avyakta. The samsara is potentially there in avyakta also, though it is not manifest in avyakta. Therefore, avyaktadi, sthavarantaha, up to sthavara, up to a non-moving creature, a non-moving body, samsara vrikshaha, avyaktadisthavarantah samsara vrikshaha. Right from the cause, which is avyakta, the causal state, up to sthavara, the lowest of the creation. It is called urdhvamulaha. The samsara vriksha is urdhvamulaha. And why it is vrikshaha? Bhashyakara introduces the word vrikshaha. It's not there in the Moola. But Bhashyakara says it is vrikshaha. Why it is called vrikshaha? Vraschanad vrikshaha. Vraschanat. O vrashchu chedane dhatu. Because of its association with the vraschanam. Vraschanam means cutting, trimming, felling. It can be felled. It can be trimmed. Therefore, it is called vrikshaha. A regular tree is called vriksha because it is subject to trimming. You can cut the tree. Therefore, it is called vriksha. Similarly, the samsara vriksha also deserves the name vriksha. Even the derivative meaning of the word vriksha can be associated with the samsara. Even the yogika artha. Yogika artha means the derivative meaning. Etymological meaning of the word vrikshaha can be associated with the samsara because it is subject to cutting. Asanga shastrena dridhena chitva. It can be cut with the jnana. Therefore, it is called vriksha. Bhashyakara will explain it later on. And now the description of samsara vriksha begins. Janmajara Marana Shokadi Anekanarthatmakaha. The samsara vriksha is characterized by many anarthas, many undesirables. Anartha means undesirable. Many undesirable qualities. Artha means desirable. Arthyate iti arthaha. Anartha means not desirable, undesirable. Na arthyate iti anarthaha. So this samsara vriksha is aneka anarthatmakaha. It is featured by many anarthas. It is characterized by many anarthas. Includes many anarthas. Anartha comes as a package. If you want anything good, even anartha will come as a package in the samsara. When we take birth, many anarthas are also included. It is just like when you take a thali, meal you order. So the meal is called thali. Thali means you don't have choice what you will eat. So it is like a package. It will have one or two vegetables, roti, dal, a little rice, everything will come, and some sweet also. All these are included. You don't have a choice. What vegetable they will make use of, you don't have choice. It may have bitter gourd also, Karela. So, and it will have a sweet also, whether you like it or not. That is what you have to eat if you order a thali. You may like something, you may not like something. Similarly, when you take life, there are desirable as well as undesirable. So, samsara includes the undesirable. Aneka anarthatmakaha. Many anarthas. And what are the many anarthas? Janma, birth. Birth is a artha. People celebrate birthday, but Shankaracharya says it is anartha. If someone thinks about taking one more janma, one understands how undesirable it is. Even the birth and childhood is full of helplessness, full of miseries. Janma, jara, old age, marana, death, and shoka, sorrow, and adi. Adi means all other emotional disturbances, stress, strain, etc. Adi. Aneka anarthatmakaha. Pratikshanam anyatha swabhavaha. We will read. Pratikshanam anyatha swabhavaha. Maya marichudaka. Gandharva nagara. Adivat. Drishtanashta swarupatvat. Avasane cha vrikshavat abhavatmakaha kadalistambhavan nissaraha aneka shatapakhanda buddhi vikalpaspadaha Tattvajijñāsubhihi anirdharitedam tattvaha Vedanta nirdharita parabrahmamoolasaraha avidya kama karma avyakta bija prabhavaha अपरब्रह्म विज्ञान क्रियाशक्तिद्वयात्मक हिरण्यगर्भाङ्कुरः सर्वप्राणी लिङ्गभेदस्कन्ध सर्वप्राणि लिङ्गभेदस्कन्धः तत्तृष्णाजलावसेकोद्भूतदर्पः बुद्धीन्द्रिय विषयप्रवालाङ्कुरः श्रुतिस्मृति न्याय विद्योपदेशपलाशः यज्ञदान तप आदि अनेक क्रियासु पुष्पः सुखदुःखवेदनानेकरसः प्राण्युपजीव्यानन्तफलः तत्ततृष्णा सलिलावसेक प्ररूढ जडीकृत दृढबद्धमूलः सत्यनामादि सप्तलोक ब्रह्मादि भूतपक्षिकृतनीडः प्राणिसुखदुःखोद्भूत हर्षशोक जात नृत्यगीत वादित्र क्ष्वेलित आस्फोटित हसित आकृष्ट रुदित हा हा मुंच मुंचेत्यादि अनेक शब्दकृत तुमुलीभूतमहारवः वेदान्तविहित ब्रह्मात्मदर्शनासंगशस्त्र कृतोच्छेदः एषः संसारवृक्षः अश्वत्थः अश्वत्थवत् कामकर्म वातेरित नित्यप्रचलितस्वभावः. So this is the description of the vriksha. Pratikshanam anyatha swabhavaha. Every moment it changes. It has the nature of being anyatha every moment. Pratikshanam anyatha. अन्यथा भावः स्वभावः. Its nature is to be different every moment, to change every moment. And why it is changing every moment? The hetu is given. मायामरीच्युदक गंधर्वनगरादिवद् दृष्टनष्टस्वरूपत्वात्. अवसाने च वृक्षवत् अभावात्मकः. So this is hetu for वृक्षवत् अभावात्मकः. अवसाने च वृक्षवत् अभावात्मकः. At last, at the end, means with the Brahmajnana, it becomes absent, just like the regular tree. Avasane, it comes to an end, and then it becomes abhava, it becomes absent. Just like the regular tree. The regular tree is cut with the saw or axe. Similarly, the tree of samsara is cut with knowledge. Avasane cha vrikshavat abhavatmakaha. Why is it so? How it can come to an end? If it is real, it cannot come to an end. It will not have abhava. It will not have avasana. Therefore, Bhashyakara says, it is unreal. Mithyatvat. Mayamarichudaka gandharvanagaraadivat drishtanashtaswarupatvat. It is drishtanashtaswarupa. दृष्टे सति नष्टः, दृष्टे सति नष्टः, नष्टं स्वरूपं यस्य. When you see the reality, it is gone. How long does the rope snake appear? The rope snake appears to be real as long as you don't see the rope. Drishte rajjau sarpo nashtaha. When rajju is drishta, sarpa is nashta. Meaning, adhisthana jnanena adhyasasya nivrittihi. When adhisthana is known, adhyasa goes away. Therefore, drishtanashta swarupa means adhyasa. It is superimposed, implying it is mithya. Every superimposed object is mithya. Therefore, drishtanashta swarupaha. Drishtanashta swarupa means mithya. And Bhashyakara gives some examples for objects that have drishtanashta swarupa. Maya marichudaka. Maya. Maya is one drishtanashta swarupa. Maya means a magical projection. The Mayavi. Here Maya doesn't mean Paramatmanaha Shakti, not the Maya in Vedanta Prakriya. Maya is the common Maya in the world. In Sanskrita, the magician's power, the magician's ability to project a thing is called Maya. That is how Maya is used in general. In Vedanta, Maya is a technical term. But the general usage of the word Maya, if you see, it is the magician's power to project things. And here Maya means the magician's projection. The magician makes certain things appear with his magical power. He can make an elephant appear. A tiger can appear with his magical power. And he makes a person, he cuts a person into two portions. One portion there, another portion here. Magical power. But it is not real. It seems to be real. After a while, it is not there. Therefore, drishtanashta swarupaha. Marichudaka, mirage water, is another example. Gandharva Nagara. So, Gandharva Nagara is an illusory city that you see in the sky because of cloud and light. It seems as though, because of the reflection of light by the clouds, it looks as though there is a city in the sky. It is called Gandharva Nagara. And it remains as long as the clouds are present. After some time it gets shattered. So it looks like a city, but it is not a real city. It is Gandharva Nagara. Then Adivat, like these Drishtanashta Swarupatvat, since it is Drishtanashta Swarupa, since it is Mithya, it comes to an end in due course of time with Atmajnana. Therefore, it deserves to be called Vrikshaha. vrashchanad vrikshaha. Kadali stambhavan nissaraha. Kadali and this vriksha, generally vriksha has a usage. You can make a permanent, relatively permanent furniture out of it. If it has any heartwood, heartwood means the wood which can be made into furniture or anything. But it is not such a vriksha also. The samsara vriksha does not have anything permanent in it. It is such a tree. And he gives the example of Kadali Stambha, the plantain stem. Plantain stem does not have any heartwood. Therefore, you cannot make any furniture out of a plantain stem. Therefore, Kadali Stambhavan Nissaraha. It is Nissara, Asara. No essence. Nothing permanent can be expected from this tree. Just like Kadali Stambha, a banana stem. Aneka Shatapakhanda Buddhi Vikalpaspadaha. So, about this samsara, many people have their own ideas. There are vikalpas. Vikalpa means speculations, speculative ideas. About the samsara. What is the real nature of the samsara? Aneka shata pakhanda. Pakhanda means nastika, like Charvaka, Bauddha, Jaina, etc. And also the modern Nastikas. And they are Aneka Shata, many hundreds of them. They have their own Vikalpa, their own projections. Vikalpa means Viparita Kalpana. Their own projected ideas. They have projected their own idea based on their speculations. Aspadaha, the samsara is a point on which they make such vikalpas. It is a subject matter of their speculative ideas. Somebody says samsara is very much real, whereas someone else says samsara is shunya, sarvam shunyam, shunyavadi says. And Vijnanavadi says it is just a Vijnana, just a flow of consciousness. And then Shunyavadi says it is just a Shunya. So there are many Vikalpas, many various mutually contradictory understandings. Tattvajijñāsubhihi anirdharitedan tattvaha. Tattvajijñāsubhihi. Those who really want to ascertain the nature of samsara. Anirdharita idan tattvaha. They have not ascertained the idan tattva, the exact nature of samsara. they cannot ascertain. They cannot ascertain. Even the Tattva Jijnasus. Because the samsara cannot be categorically stated whether it is sat or whether it is asat. It cannot be categorically determined. Therefore, anirdharitedan tattvaha. Idan tattva means its category, existential status is not nirdharita, means it is not specified. It is neither satya nor it is asat. Neither sat nor asat. Or it can also be understood as many tattva jijnasus are there. You can take them as astikas, like Sankhya ityadayaha, who want to know the tattva, know the truth of the samsara. And even they are not able to ascertain the nature of samsara. Idan tattva, the specific nature, is not nirdharita, is not ascertained by even the tattva jijnasus without the help of Vedanta. Because later on Bhashyakara says, Vedanta alone can ascertain the truth of samsara. So here Pakhanda, Anekashata Pakhanda Buddhi Vikalpaspadaha is about Nastikas. Bhashyakara says Nastika has not understood the nature of samsara. Then Tattva Jijnasubhihi means Vedanta Vihinaihi Tattva Jijnasubhihi. Other people like Sankhya etc., who want to know the truth of samsara, they also could not understand samsara properly. So other astika darshanas are negated. Then he says, only Vedanta can reveal the truth of samsara. Vedanta nirdharita parabrahma moolasaraha. Vedantaihi nirdharitaha. Vedantaihi nirdharitam param brahma moolasaraha yasya. Parabrahma eva moolam saha eva saraha yasya. Vedanta ascertains the Parabrahma as the moola as well as sara of the samsara. The moola, the root of samsara, the support of samsara, the substratum of samsara. And it is the sara, it is the essence, it is the only truth in samsara. And it is ascertained by Vedanta, Vedanta Pramana. Vedanta Pramana reveals the Parabrahma, which is the moola as well as sara of the samsara. Therefore, to understand the truth behind samsara, one should take refuge at Vedanta. Avidya kama karma avyakta bija prabhavaha. And what is the bija? The seed of samsara. Paramatma is the root, the support. What is the seed? The seed is avidya kama karma avyakta bija prabhavaha. Avidya, kama and karma as well as avyakta, these are the bija. Avidya, ignorance; kama, desire; karma and avyakta, maya. All these are the seed of samsara. The samsara comes into being because of an individual's karma. And the individual's karma is caused by individual's kama. And the kama is caused by one's ignorance, one's avidya. Both karana vidya and karya vidya. Avidya and adhyasa, both are included. So these are the cause of samsara from an individual standpoint. And the samsara is created. The effect comes, it is projected by avyakta, maya. Therefore, all these together collectively act as the seed of samsara. Avidya kama karma avyakta bija prabhavaha. अपरब्रह्म विज्ञान क्रियाशक्ति द्वयात्मक हिरण्यगर्भांकुरः. So avyakta is the bija. So here avidya kama karma avyakta bija. See, avyakta is the bija. Avyakta means unmanifest, which is maya, prakriti. It is the bija. And the avyakta can produce samsara based on an individual's avidya, kama and karma. Based on an individual's karma, that is how the samsara is produced. The creation happens based on the karma of the individuals. And the karma also is caused by avidya and kama. That is how avidya, kama, karma as well as avyakta, they together act as bija. Mainly avyakta. Then अपरब्रह्म विज्ञान शक्ति द्वयात्मक हिरण्यगर्भा अंकुरः. Hiranyagarbha is the ankura. From the avyakta, Hiranyagarbha manifests. The samashti, sukshma sharira upadhi manifests from the avyakta. Therefore, Hiranyagarbha is compared to ankura, the sprout. And what is Hiranyagarbha? Hiranyagarbha is Aparabrahma. Hiranyagarbha is Aparabrahma. And the Aparabrahma, Hiranyagarbha, includes Vijnana Kriya Shakti Dvayatmaka. He is characterized by Vijnana Shakti as well as Kriya Shakti. Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. He includes both the Shaktis. Both the Shaktis are included in Samashti Sukshma Sharira. Therefore, they belong to Hiranyagarbha. Shruti Smriti Nyaya Vidyopadesha Palashaha. And the leaves on the tree of samsara. Palashaha, the leaves of the tree, We have jumped. Sarva prani linga bheda skandhaha. So, Ankura is discussed. From Ankura comes Skandha, the stem, the trunk of the tree. The trunk is Sarva prani linga bheda skandhaha. Linga bheda, various linga sharira, sukshma shariras of the individuals. Sarva prani, all individuals, their linga bheda, their respective sukshma shariras, they are the trunks of the tree. From Hiranyagarbha comes all our sukshma shariras. From the samashti, all the vyashti comes out. So they are collectively the skandha, the stem, trunk. Tat trishna jalavaseko darpaha. Tat means sarva prani, all pranis, their trishna, their desires, they act as jala, water. The desires of all the beings are compared to water. And because of that, jala aseka, because of the sprinkling of water of the desire of all the pranis, all the beings, then this samsara tree becomes strong. It gains its vigor. Udbhuta darpaha. It gains its vigor, its strength, because of the sprinkling of water in the form of trishna, in the form of desire of all the beings. The samsara tree grows strong with the trishna, with the desires. The more desires, the stronger the samsara tree is. Buddhindriya vishaya pravalankuraha. Buddhindriya vishaya, the sense objects. Buddhindriya means jnanendriya. Jnanendriyanam vishaya, vishayaha. The objects of the senses, they serve as pravalankuraha. Pravalankura means buds. Buds that have tender leaves. The original sprout comes from the seed. Original sprout comes from the seed. Then after the stem is formed, then there are sprouts, buds, they are called buds. From them the branches come. Buddhindriya vishaya pravalankuraha. Shruti smriti nyaya vidyopadesha palashaha. And what is the leaves? What are the leaves of the tree? Shruti smriti nyaya vidya upadesha. The teaching of the vidya, the knowledge. Vidyopadesha, the teaching of the knowledge of Shruti, Smriti and Nyaya. Shruti, the Vedic knowledge, Karma Kanda, and Smriti, Dharma Shastra, and Nyaya, logics. All these serve as palasha, the leaves. Yajnadana tapa adi aneka kriya supushpaha. and the flowers, supushpaha, supushpani, the flowers of the tree of samsara are aneka kriya, many activities, many karmas, yajna, dana, tapa adi, yajna, dana, tapas, etc. We will continue in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.